30 years ago, Liu Qiumei was the most beautiful woman in Liuhe Village. She was 28 years old with long black hair flowing down her back, bright eyes full of hope, the smile that made everyone feel warm. She had a husband named Chen Shiqing, a 5-year-old son named Zhahua who was clever and curious, a 2-year-old daughter named Jialing with chubby cheeks and adorable pigtails. And inside her belly, the third child was growing. Life was simple. They didn't have much money, but they had love. They had each other, and that was enough. One autumn evening, Shiqing came home different. He wouldn't look at her. His hands trembled as he set down his bag. "We need to talk," he said. Qiumei stopped cooking. Her heart began to race. Finally, he looked at her, but his eyes were cold and empty. "I'm leaving. I found another woman from the city. She has money." The words hit Qiumei like a truck. She couldn't breathe. "What are you saying?" "We have children. I'm carrying your third child." "I know, but I can't be poor anymore." Qiumei grabbed his arm desperately. "What about our family?" Shiqing pulled away. "You're strong. You'll figure it out." He walked toward the door. Qiumei's legs gave out. She fell to her knees on the hard floor. She grabbed his leg, tears streaming down her face. "Please, please don't go. I'll do anything." Little Zhahua appeared in the doorway, 5 years old, watching his mother beg on her knees. Shiqing looked at his son, just once, just for a second. Then he stepped over his sobbing wife and walked out the door. He never looked back. The next morning, Qiumei learned the nightmare was just beginning. 3 dangerous men appeared at her door. "Your husband owes us 50,000 yuan. He ran away. Now you owe us." Qiumei had barely 50 yuan to her name. "I don't have that money. Please, I have children." The leader stepped closer. His eyes moved slowly down her body. "Pay up, or we take the house, or maybe we take something else." Qiumei's blood turned to ice. That night, she held her two children close. Her hand rested on her pregnant belly. She made a silent promise. She would survive this. She would raise her children, no matter what it took, no matter what it cost her. What followed was 30 years of endless sacrifice. Every day, Qiumei woke up at 4 in the morning. She made breakfast for her children while they slept. By 5, she was at the vegetable market selling whatever she could grow, standing in the cold until her fingers went numb. By 8, she ran to the textile factory. 10 hours of work, machines roaring so loud she couldn't hear herself think. Her thick with cotton dust that made her cough blood at night. By 6 in the evening, she walked to the wealthy neighborhood. She cleaned houses for rich families, scrubbing floors on her hands and knees, washing their dirty clothes, cooking meals she could never afford to taste. By 9 at night, she finally walked home. Her children were already asleep. She would tiptoe into their room and kiss each forehead. Then she would sew clothes until midnight for extra money. At midnight, she would finally close her eyes, 4 hours of sleep, then wake up and do it all over again. This was her life, every single day, for 30 years. But even 3 jobs weren't always enough. Qiumei learned to survive on 1 meal a day. She would tell her children she had already eaten at work. "Mama isn't hungry. You eat. Growing children need more food." The truth was her stomach ached constantly, but watching her children eat made the hunger disappear. She stopped buying clothes for herself. The same 3 outfits lasted 20 years. "Mama, why don't you ever buy new clothes?" "I don't like shopping. I'd rather save money for your lessons." Lies. So many lies, all to protect her children. When Zhahua needed money for a school trip, Qiumei had nothing left, so she walked into a shop and sold her hair, her beautiful long black hair. She walked out with a shaved head and 200 yuan. "Mama, your hair!" Zhahua gasped. "I wanted a new style," she smiled. "Very modern, right?" When Jialing got pneumonia and needed expensive medicine, Qiumei found another way. She sold her blood every month for 2 years, watching her life drain into a plastic bag. You're too weak to donate, the nurse finally told her. If you continue, you'll die. My daughter will die without medicine. I choose her. Then came the day that would change everything. Her youngest son Jiaming received an acceptance letter to study abroad. The opportunity of a lifetime. But the tuition was more than she had ever seen. She had nothing left to sell. Nothing except one thing. She found a back alley clinic with dirty walls and flickering lights. No real doctors, just a man with a scalpel and the promise of money. She lay on that cold, bloody table and thought of Jiaming, her baby, the one who kicked inside her belly the night his father left. The pain was beyond words. She bit through wood to stop herself from screaming. 3 days later, she was back at work, stitches fresh, blood seeping through bandages. Just a small backache, she told. Her co-workers, getting old. When Jiaming asked where the tuition money came from, she smiled brightly. I won the lottery. Can you believe it? Jiaming hugged her tight. You're the luckiest mother in the world. Lucky. She let him believe it. Now, 30 years later, Liu Qiumei lies in a hospital bed. 1 kidney, scarred lungs, a body broken by decades of sacrifice, and now, a brain bleeding inside her skull. Winston sits in the waiting room, still trying to reach the children. 9 calls. No answers. Please, she whispers. Your mother is dying. She gave you everything. The least you can do is answer the phone. She dials again. Ring, ring, ring. Nothing. Will the children ever discover the truth? Will they answer before time runs out? Find out in the next episode of A Mother's Sacrifice.